Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Voice of Misery podcast. Today's Sunday, August 11, 2019. How the hell are you? Another podcast for that ass, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sirree, it's the Voice of Misery, and I have a special treat for you today. Today, I'm going to be interviewing adult superstar Blondie Fesser. Hell motherfucking yeah. If you don't know who she is, hold on a second. Crack my little drinkski here. She is one of the sexiest women on the planet. I'm telling you, type her name in right now. She is exotic. She is from Barcelona, Spain, and she is the hottest porn star on the planet. She is known for having a giant, perfectly shaped buttocks, and I have enjoyed her films quite immensely over the years since I found her. I first saw her on Bang Bus. That's how I became aware of her derriere. And yeah, she is insanely hot. Your favorite, soon to be favorite, my favorite porn star. Just currently right now, I mean, I have so many favorites, but this one right here is by far the best combination of body and face and just raw talent I've ever seen in porn. And she hopefully has a very long career, because I don't know what I would do if she left. I mean, she's definitely my go-to. Like, you know, like you have like those go-to scenes in porn. She's always the go-to. But yeah, man, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Blondie Fesser. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with my personal favorite adult film star, Miss Blondie Fesser. And let me tell you, the picture she has on Skype is just unbelievable. It is just the most beautiful picture I've ever seen. But I'm going to stop fanboying out and introduce our guest, Miss Blondie Fesser. Hello, how are you today?
Hello, I'm fine. Thanks so much for inviting me here.
Thank you for coming on. This is a dream come true. I mean, since I started podcasting, I've been reaching out to some people that I just admire, and I found you actually about a year or so ago. I was just scrolling the internet, just trying to find people, to, enjoy, I guess. I don't want to say, what I was actually looking for. But
Yeah?
I stumbled across you, and I was immediately like, who is this? And I was doing some research, and I found a bunch of your videos, and everything was getting saved, obviously, to my favorite folder. And I was just completely smitten. Like, I've never seen someone like you in adult films. Like, you were just stunning. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I think that I'm a little bit crazy, so I have like a crazy personality. That's why most of the people that like me tell me that, or I just, like I'm not just a blonde girl, sexy girl,
No, well,
I like to have fun, and so.
well, it definitely comes across in your films. I mean, like, you're very energetic. You don't phone it in. You always seem like you're very into the scene. Now, let me ask you, though, because I kind of want to go back to the beginning and find out more about you, like, growing up. And now you're from Barcelona, correct?
No, I'm not from
Where you
Barcelona.
from
I live
exactly?
here.
Okay. So, well, where are you from originally?
I'm from Argentina.
Argentina. You know what? I should have known. I used to work with a couple Argentinian women years ago, and they
Yes.
were beautiful as well. There's something in the water there. There's got to be.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
no, go right ahead.
Sorry.
No, go right ahead, man.
No, I wasn't going to say that. I don't know. I forgot it.
You're starting to sound like me now. You're starting to sound like me. If you've listened to the show, I forget a lot of stuff, so I have to write things down as I go along, so I don't forget to ask anything. So,
Yeah.
so you're from Argentina. Now, you speak very good English. Now, were you taught English in Argentina growing up?
Um. Well, you know what? My mother used to send me to a private teacher when I was 8 years old, and I remember, they teach me British English. And I was talking like British before when I was younger. But then I used to work when I was 18. I used to be a teleoperator for Best Buy tech support from Argentina. And so I was listening to Americans all day. And the movies too and everything. So that's why I talk like this.
Wait a second. You were an operator?
I was a teleoperator. I was on the phone receiving calls from you guys.
Oh my, now,
I was receiving calls. Yeah.
Now,
Text support.
you know what's the funny thing is about that is when I think of the person on the other line when I'm calling for tech support, I imagine some like huge, obese, old woman with like pimples all over her face. Oh my God. So If anybody at home knows that this is a woman on the other side of the phone, the tech support will be the last thing on my mind. Trust me.
Oh man, I was on fire. I was 18 and I used to talk with people. I used to receive calls, normally, but some guys, they used to have really nice voices. And I was like, oh, okay, how can I help you? I was like, oh, calm down. Gosh.
Oh, now, were you always popular with the boys growing up?
What?
Were you always popular with the boys growing up, like going through school? Were you always like
Popular?
the hottest girl in school?
No way.
What?
No. No, because you know what? When I used to be the funny girl in class. Everyone laughed with me because I was the funny one. I was not the sexy or popular. Because the thing is that I grew up when I was like 13. Let's say that my ass started growing. Yeah.
Oh, they grew all right.
I got kind of bullied for my ass. When children, they grow up, they're like, they laugh about you. Oh, look at that big ass, ha 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 ha, and they laugh at you. And it was not nice. Now I don't give up. But
oh, you can curse. Go right
like,
ahead.
Woo!
Hey, don't hold back. You can curse. You can say fuck. You can say whatever you want.
Yes? Okay.
Of course.
I'm very respectful. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
no. My audience.
I curse a lot, though.
Oh, that is. Curse as much as you want. Please do. So,
And,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
Go right ahead.
No, and I remember when I was 18. So I wasn't popular. When I had 18, I went to a surgeon. I collected some money. I went to a surgeon and I said, please remove this fat ass from me. I don't want it. I've been struggling for years. And he saw me naked and he said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You have a nice figure. And I was like, what the fuck, this guy? I was upset with him. Man, I'm giving you the money. And thanks God I didn't do it.
Oh my God, that doctor deserves everyone's gratitude. Because oh my goodness, you have the perfect shape. The absolute perfect shape. Like, your body is incredible. How do you keep up? Like, do you work out? What kind of workout regime do you do?
I eat pizza and and a lot of guacamole.
Oh, guacamole.
No,
I just discovered guacamole.
I'm joking. I eat a lot of guacamole, though. I love guacamole.
Well, guacamole's good for you, though. It's highly recommended on the keto diet. So, I mean, it's very recommended. The fat's good for you. It's good fat, they say.
Yeah.
But, like, do you do any kind of exercising or anything like that? Because, like, you are just on point. You look so good every time.
No, it's just my ass is like that. And my legs, something good about me is that I have natural thick legs.
Oh,
like, my muscles are big.
Mm-hmm.
And my thighs, and my ass is full of fat. That's the way it is. And fortunately, when I lose weight, I lose the first place that I lose fat from is my belly, and the last is my ass.
Oh, that is
I'm very lucky with that.
Well, I mean, that is like your calling card in adult films like that. Like, that's what you're most known for, is having, that incredible body of yours. And, and you really are just, it's unreal. The first time I saw you, I was like, holy shit. Like, I've never seen anyone like that before. So how were you discovered?
Well, it's, it's a long story, but I'm gonna make it short.
Oh no, take as much time as you want.
No, I'm 30 now. When I was 22, I remember I was living in London, and I was working as a waitress, and I don't know, I needed money, and at the same time, they were not paying me, and that job, had a lot of problems, and at the same time, I always had the fantasy to be like a stripper and to shoot a scene, but I wasn't sure. So I contact an Argentinian producer. It was the only producer there at the time, because in Argentina, the porn industry doesn't really exist at all. And I contact him, and he was so nice to me. And he said, "Oh, you're Argentinian. I'm gonna help you." And he talked to producers, small producers, of course, there in the UK. He emailed them, and he said, "Oh, you're gorgeous. You're blonde, you big tits, big ass." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not that great." And they called me, and I did my first. It was like for humiliation, and it was like for it was clothed. How do you say? Clothed female naked men.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And the last scene, I did 3 scenes like that with more people, and then I did a blowjob scene like that. And I was so nervous, and it wasn't really hardcore, Most of the girls, they start in the first scene is fucking,
Of course. Oh yeah, of course.
I was so nervous. I didn't know what to say. Like, Jesus. And I just did it that day. And you know what? They called me the day of my birthday, the 14th of September, because they postponed the day, and I was not going to say no. I was not going to say, "No, I don't go now because it's my birthday." I said, "Hey, you know what, girl? This is an adventure. Woo! Let's do something different for my birthday." And I went there and did it. And then that was when I was 22, I just did that scene. When I came back to Spain, and with 25, I decided, I was thinking about like going in the adult industry or not. Because, before you start, you have to think about things. You have to think if you're really going to succeed, if you really are worth, if you're going to sell, how you're going to do it, everything, family stuff, friends, whatever.
Of course, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when did you become comfortable enough with your body? Because I know, like you said, you went to the doctor and you wanted to get the ass removed, and then he told you not to. How long did it take for you to become comfortable where you're like, you know what, I do look good. This is me, and fuck everybody else.
Well, you know what? There's something. I started feeling comfortable with my body not many years ago. To be honest, it was when I started in porn. That was when I was 25. Because before I told you when I was at school, they laughed at me. Then I came to Spain, and the thing is that in Spain and in Argentina, the models and the figure of a woman that they like is very thin. It's a thin girl.
I noticed that. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. It's not like curvy, curvy,
Sure.
Meaty. No, not at all. So I was like a fat girl for them, always, all my life. So I was really conscious about my body, oh, my cellulite, oh, my big ass, oh my gosh, I want to be like a supermodel. The supermodels that are tall and thin, that's like perfect for them. So you grow up in that atmosphere, and you grow up understanding that is perfection. And it's not, then I started doing porn, and people were saying like, "Hey, you know what? Woo, look at that ass."
Oh my God,
and I was feeling like more comfortable because there were more people that accepted my body. It was not that I was just like a fat girl. And I'm not really fat,
No way. You are perfect. The first scene I saw you in was on
I'm
Parade.
curvy, but yeah.
Yeah, like the first scene I saw you in actually was on the Ben Bros website. It was Ass
Oh,
Parade.
Ben Bros, yes.
Yeah, you did a couple of scenes for them, and the first one, I forgot who you were working with, but you were on like a beach.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that was the scene. That was it right there. That is my go-to scene. That's my favorite one by far. But there's so many other ones too. So, like, what was the transition when you came to America? How did that come about? Coming to America, filming in Miami, with the Bang Bros guys.
Well, I have to tell you that I didn't go to America.
Wait, like I wasn't aware that they filmed out of the country. I always thought they filmed in Miami and that was it.
Yes, they filmed in Miami, and they filmed here too. They come to Spain a lot, but the thing is that they don't have like a lot of girls that they like here, because the models are quite thin, and They
Yeah.
have to look for Latinas, but Latinas that can sell and this and that. And here, for example, the models, there are not a lot of models that are blonde and thick
Yeah.
here. So yeah, they were like in love with me, and they did like nine. I did 9 scenes for them.
Oh my goodness.
I was very comfortable because the producer was very fast, really nice. You know, we had a lot of fun going to places, police coming. Woo, we had to hide. Running from police.
I was actually going to ask you that next. Like, because the scene that you did on the beach, I can imagine, like, I was going to ask you, like, do they have to block off a portion of the beach? Do they pay for a section, or do they just do it and
Oh,
whatever
no.
happens, happens?
No way. No, we did that on January. January here is the coldest month in the year.
Oh, no.
And it was at 7 a.m. So it was nobody there. And I was with my ass jumping, boom, 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 boom. and the old women there, like, looking at me like, who's that? What the fuck are they doing there? I mean, like, acting nuts, ooh, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was actually having sex, we went to a place there on the beach far away. And there was a lady screaming at me. She was screaming, puta, like this.
No.
She was screaming, bitch. And we were afraid she was going to call the police. So we were like, okay, hurry up. Let's do this. Let's finish and let's go home. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was screaming in the middle of the beach, man. That was crazy.
She was just jealous. Now, I just want to take a quick time out and say you have the sexiest accent. It's so cute. It is so cute. Oh my God, you sound so adorable. Okay, now I'm just totally fanboying out. Do you know what that phrase means, fanboying out? I'm just like, I'm such a fanboy right now. It's like, because I'm really a huge fan of yours. All right, so what was your parents' reaction when they found out, and like just family and friends in general when they found out what you were doing?
Well, my mom, I have my mom and my brother. So the first one who figured out who I was, it was my brother, because he was like on Twitter.
Oh.
He was on Twitter, and he found, like, you know, this people that Twitter recommends you to follow.
Yeah.
And he clicked on my profile, and he said, like, what the fuck? This is my sister.
Oh my God. Oh
But
my
because
God.
he was following other models too, so
Of course.
what the hell? And so he called me and he said, what the fuck are you doing? And this and that, stop that shit. You know how's the internet? I said, I don't give a fuck. You know, I know what I'm doing, man. Shut up. And mom is going to find out. I don't fucking care. She doesn't pay my bills, man. This is my life.
I like it.
And, you know, and you know that the most important thing is that I have freedom of what I do. I do whatever I want. If I don't want to do something, I just say no. That's it. And then my mom, she saw what I was doing, and she was crying so much. Man, she was freaking out because she thought I was like, you know, sex trafficking, something like that. I was like, calm down, man. I'm doing what I want. Yeah.
Well, you said that you were taking care of yourself. You know, you started making some money. You started doing more acting, more acting in the adult films and whatnot, and doing a little dancing. What was the first big purchase you made when you started making the money and it started rolling in?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't remember. I think I had, I don't know, the first big purchase, it was, I think, my surgery on my boobs. Yeah.
Really? You know what? In all honesty, like, maybe I'm just a naive guy, but I couldn't even tell you got surgery because they did a really good job, whoever did it.
Yeah, but I had a lot of problems with my boobs too.
Oh no, what happened?
I needed to have, yeah, because I had my first, I had like, I cannot count how many surgeries I had on my boobs. The first one, and they put the silicone like behind the muscle, and it was not like, it was not, the shape was not good. Then I went to another surgeon and he did a good job, but one got infected and they had to do like 4 surgeries in 1 ear. And that year I couldn't shoot. It was in 2017, I think.
What size were they before?
2016. I was a double D and now I'm a double F.
Wait, double D, perfect.
34 double F.
But you were perfect.
Yeah, but you
before.
know what? The
That's
problem
perfect.
is that they were like saggy. I mean, they're saggy right now, but they were not full because I lost weight. So, yeah.
You see, to me, just as a person on the outside, I see perfection. But I understand that, when some people
you're
look
so
at them.
nice.
Oh my goodness, I will give you compliments all day, trust me. But I understand, like, when some people look at themselves, they don't, like, they see every imperfection. It's just the way that you look at yourself. So I understand it completely. So, to me, I think you're perfect. So you didn't have to do a thing. You were unbelievable. So, did you ever want to settle down and raise kids, or do you see yourself doing adult films for a long time? Like, is there a special person in your life, a boyfriend, husband, anything?
Oh my gosh. Well, actually, I was in love with somebody that I thought it was going to be, I thought it was going to be the man, and he left me like 2 weeks ago. And I was actually going to move to Miami for him, because he's from there, and we were doing the visa stuff and paying a lot of money on the visa, and then he's just like, okay. So now I'm going to answer your question because I talk a lot.
No,
I'm Argentinian. Argentinians talk a lot. You have to shut the fuck up and answer the question.
No, please talk. I'm enjoying every second of this. You please can say as much as you want.
And so now I don't know if I don't see myself having kids. I don't know. Everything can happen, never say never, but I don't see myself having kids because I don't think I'm psychologically prepared or, healthy enough to have a kid.
Well, the fact that you're that self-conscious about it and you're just aware, I think you are ready for it. You're just ready for it. You just got to meet the right guy. That's all.
Yeah.
And this guy is a damn fool. That's all I got to say. Whoever he is a fool. He'll never find anybody like you again. That's absolutely nuts. Oh my God. So was he in the business then? Is he
No.
Okay.
He was a designer.
Would you ever date someone in the business?
Well, to be honest, I don't know, because I have to say something that is true. Well, at least for me. But most of the people in the adult industry are fucked up. And I'm fucked up too, I'm not going to say I'm a normal person and I'm like, a good girl. I'm a good girl, but I'm fucked up too. That's why I do what I do. But
of course.
Yeah. At the same time, I think I need someone fucked up like me. I cannot be with a normal person. With a normal job, with a normal everything, because it's just boring for me. I need craziness. I need adrenaline in my life. I need woo! This kind of stuff. Because I am like that too.
You can't see me right now, but I'm raising my hand. I'm like, me. So I did check out your Fan Soda page, and you post a lot of videos.
Soda, yeah.
You post a lot of it. And for those of you listening, it's fansoda.com/Blondie Fesser.
Yeah.
Now, you do some solo stuff on there. I was going to ask you about that. Is it awkward doing solo shows?
If it's awkward?
Yeah, is it like strange because like there's no one in the room, you're just kind of talking to the camera? Is that strange to do that? Is it just weird that you're alone, or would you rather prefer filming with somebody?
Yeah, no, for me it's quite normal. I used to have for years I've been having friends online, I've been having boyfriends online, I've been having like a lot of life online. So for me, like having like sex with somebody like through a camera, for me it's a way of, I don't know, it's not weird to me. I'm used to. And doing solos, well, sometimes I'm just horny and I think, sometimes I just want to keep it to myself, you know? But sometimes I'm like, ooh, you know what? I feel like I want to record it.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, so you've done it all in porn already. Like you've only been doing it steady for what, 5 years now, from the time you're 25 to 30. Now you've done it all from like interracial, boy, girl, girl, girl. Do you prefer boys or girls filming with, just the man or the woman?
I don't know. Well, I don't like boring people, and I don't like people, for example, I don't know if I prefer girls or boys. I like both. but the thing is that I worked with some girls that were boring. They were just doing the lesbic stuff just for money, and I don't want that. I don't like that, because I like girls, and when I do sex with girls, I do it for real, you know.
Sure.
And well, with boys that doesn't happen. No. But yeah. Wait a minute, because Danny, sorry.
Who's that, your dog?
You know, I have rabbits here.
Rabbit,
and
that's a
one
rabbit.
was bit in the cable.
Oh no, you don't want that to happen. That's
sorry.
cute. No, that is cute. That's very cute. Now you've done anal scenes as well.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you, how do you prepare for that?
Well, the anal stuff, I have to say that I only did like 5 scenes at the beginning, and then I stopped because I wasn't feeling so good. It's not that people say, oh, you don't do any more anal. What the hell? And it's not that I don't like it. I love it. But I prefer to keep some things for my private life.
That's a very good answer. Very good answer.
Yeah. And how you prepare for anal? Well, there are a lot of ways to prepare yourself. What I used to do is I don't eat for 12 hours before. And like if I have, usually in the mornings that you have the shootings, so the other day you just have dinner during the afternoon, and then you don't eat anything else. And then in the morning you wash yourself. You do this how do you say, the vaginal
the douche?
How do you say?
The douche, right?
Yes,
okay.
that. Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
you do it anally.
Yeah, and like that gets you ready. Okay, I see. I've always wondered this, because like I was wondering, like, before some of those anal, do they just jump right on in and it's just like, all right, go for it? But yeah, so there's a lot of preparation, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Now, what's a typical porn shoot consist of? Because you said it starts in the morning. How long do you go for just a regular, boy girl straight up sex scene?
Well, usually they are in the mornings. Yes, usually in the mornings because of the light, everything, and I don't know what I was going to say. Oh my gosh. Something's happened to me.
No, you fit right in, trust me. Everyone that listens to the show, I'll start talking, I'll forget what I'm saying. That's why I have to write everything down first.
Yeah.
But like, how long do the scenes go for? Do they go all day long? Is there like catering or food or anything?
Well, yeah, at least, I'm going to tell you 5-6 hours, at least. Oh, because you have to go, you have 1 hour, you have to go there. Then you have 1 hour, makeup, hair, you have to try on the clothes, they have to choose the clothes, they're going to give you the script, or you have to do, figure out how you're going to do everything. They have to prepare, take a shower right before you shoot, and then you start, doing the pictures first, doing the solo pictures of the girls, then the pictures of the, for example, the boy and the girl, the sex pictures, the penetration pictures, and then you just do the video, but it's a lot of hours.
Yes, it sounds like a lot of work. How many scenes do you shoot a month?
I don't know, because actually I'm not shooting anymore for productions. I stopped last year,
Okay.
I don't work for productions. I just do my own stuff. But here in Barcelona, it's not like in America. In America, you can shoot every day. But here in Spain, I don't know the average. Yeah, there's some months that they shoot a lot, and there are months that they don't. Yeah. I don't know. I cannot say a number.
Well, do you think there's a possibility of you coming to the United States, and is that something you would want to do? Because with your body type, your looks, I mean, you are stunningly gorgeous. You would be able to make a killing over here. You would probably be the biggest star if you came to America, guaranteed.
Oh, I would like to go to America, but now it's a little bit difficult because we just canceled a visa, and I don't know. Yeah,
Well, what
I
is
would
the
like to go, but I don't
process?
know how.
Well, what is the process of getting a visa? Because I'll tell you a really quick story.
Yeah.
I'm 37 this month. Now, when I was
Oh,
18 years old, I used to go to this bar. It was called the Imperial. It was like a nice, like mixed, like Americans and a lot of Mexicans would go.
yeah.
And since I'm American born, I used to get proposition all the time, like some guy with his girlfriend saying, "Hey, want to marry her, and I'll give you $10,000 before, $10,000
Yeah.
after." And I'm like, "What the hell is going on here?" So it's
Yeah.
like this huge process. Like, what is the process of getting a legit visa? Do you have to meet someone and like kind of like get to know them and things like that, fall in love online, and then meet in person and just get married? Like, what is the process? Because I would like to have you here. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, well, I have to tell you, yeah, that's what they're paying for getting married and getting the visa, and that's what they're paying, like 10,000. But I don't want to. I always want to do the right thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I
What?
don't want to do things illegally or
Of course not.
because they can find you and they can kick you out. And what you're gonna do? You're
Well,
gonna say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Man, get the fuck out of here." You're gonna say.
you know what? I would trade 10,000 American women for one Blondie Fesser.
You are so nice.
Now, speaking of your name, Blondie Fesser, where'd that name come from? Obviously, you're blonde, but where'd the name Fesser, like Blondie Fesser, how did that come about?
Well, my Blondie, I thought it was sweet, Blondie. And Fesser is the last name of my grandmother. She is still alive. She's German. Of course, she doesn't know about this.
Of course not.
Yeah, but she was like a very strong woman, and I always thought about her as a very strong woman. Actually, so the only one that I have left alive.
Oh, that's terrible. That's so sad. Like I'm the same way. Like I don't have much family left over. Most of them died.
Yeah,
My dad, my mom's on the way out. My grandfather's
yeah,
still hanging on barely. It's tough. It really is. Um,
yeah.
what's your favorite part about being a porn star? What?
I would say the money, but that's like very materialistic, and I'm not very materialistic. But I have to say the truth. Money and the love that I receive from people. There are people that they admire me, but I don't know. I can't believe, I'm very humble. I don't know. I know I'm crazy,
You are
Sometimes they
crazy.
laugh,
Loca.
you know.
Now, is there a way that you can get a work visa to come over, like a temporary thing, just to come over and film some scenes here? Because there's a lot of actors I would love to see you work with here. Are there any that you would want to work with?
Yeah. Well, they proposed me something, a very important production there, but it's just that I don't want to work for producers anymore. I just want to do my own stuff. Actually, I'm working in another thing. Like I'm working in another brand that doesn't have to do with porn or anything like that.
Oh, well, what is that something that you can share right now or no?
uh, I don't know. No, I don't. I
Okay,
don't
that's
think
fine.
so.
That's fine. Top
But
top secret business. That's fine.
yeah, it has to be with clothes. It has to
Oh.
be with lingerie. Okay,
Oh
that's it.
my goodness, I'm excited already. Where do I get the
Yeah.
catalog? How do I order this catalog already?
I'm excited too, but I'm still, working on that.
Of course. I'm going to tell you one thing. I am very disappointed right now that you are not going to do porn any well like Because like it's great that you're doing your own thing because I'm sure that since you're in control, you can control the money aspect and you can make way more money doing your own thing. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. But selfishly, I'm like, man, I would like her to come here and work with.
Yes, I understand.
I just want to see you work with all my favorite people, and I want to see you work with like Sarah J. I want to see you work with Ryan
Yes.
Connor and all these other.
Sarah is awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
love
had
her.
her on the show not too long ago.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
who are some of your favorite adult film stars to watch? Do you have any favorites that like you personally like to watch? You're a fan of their
Oh,
work?
yes. I used to love, and well, I love her, but well, she's not here anymore. I used to watch her all the time, Shyla Styles.
Oh,
That
my
was
goodness.
the girl that I watched. I think I watched all her scenes.
You and her have a lot of similarities and looks. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like blonde, big boobs.
blonde,
But
great bodies, beautiful faces. I mean, like
yes,
if someone watches a Blondie Fesser movie, a Shyla Styles will be recommended. I guarantee you.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because like you guys are both very similar in body and structure and everything.
Yeah,
That would have been a dream
she
come
was
true.
thick too. Yeah.
No. Oh goodness, beautiful. Is there anyone else you would that you like? Or?
Yes, well, I actually talked to her in Instagram years ago. She was really nice. She was really friendly because you know what? In porn there are a lot of girls that they are quite bitchy,
I bet.
and I don't go with that. Like I don't really care. I'm not bitchy to other girls. I just don't care. And I used to like, who else? Oh, Holly Houston, but now she's pregnant. I follow her on Twitter. And who else? Gina Lynn and Jana Michaels. I used to talk to her too.
Oh, she's
years
a wild
ago.
one. She is a wild one. Her scenes are always crazy.
Yeah, she is wild, man.
And I always like Gina Lynn because she's Puerto Rican and so am I. So we have that connection.
Yeah.
That's very beautiful. So you like beautiful women?
Yes.
Have you ever dated a woman before?
I never dated one. I just had fun with them, you know?
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, just sex.
That's it, just sex. That's it, nothing else.
I was in
like
love with one when I was working in a strip club here, very very famous cabaret, and but she was not. She was with a guy, and the guy cheated on her, and I was like, man, leave the fucking asshole. But she was so nice to me, and she was sexy. We were doing a show together every day, so it's like,
No,
yeah.
I really enjoy your scenes, and you have a really good connection on camera with this one woman. I can't remember her name right now, but she was older. She was an older woman, and you did quite a few scenes with her where you were like a hotel attendant, and you went into her room.
Oh my gosh, you're talking about Musa.
Thank you very much. It was going to kill me. I have a couple of the scenes saved. And there was
Yeah.
like some older man in the scene too, and like you two were like
Yeah.
with the older man. That was great. You guys had a lot of great chemistry. Is she like a personal friend of yours, or just someone you worked with a couple times?
Yeah, she's a friend of mine. She's very nice,
Very beautiful.
and she lives here in Barcelona.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Is that one of your favorite coworkers, or who is your favorite person to work with? Who do you think you work best with?
It has to be crazy like me. I'm just thinking about
What about
Yeah.
What about
Well-
Nacho Vidal?
who?
Nacho Vidal.
Nacho?
Yeah.
Nacho Vidal.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
sorry. I completely said his name wrong. You say it
No,
way
no,
better
it's
than me.
okay, it's okay, it's okay. Nacho Vidal. No, he's crazy. Yeah. It's very fun. Man, he's like an animal.
I know. Oh my God. Like I was watching the scene that you guys had together and it looked like he was hurting you. I'm like, oh my God, slow down. I was like, slow down. That's my future girlfriend. You better slow down with her.
Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, but he's very nice. He's very respectful.
Now,
And yeah.
is he from Barcelona too or no? Because like you guys
Yes.
have done a few. He is from Barcelona. Okay.
He is from here, yeah.
Okay. What's the most awkward thing that's ever happened in a scene?
Ooh, I have many. Yeah, I don't know. I have to choose.
Anything crazy that just happened on set, like something falling off the ceiling while you guys are in the middle of a scene, or like, like someone passes gas or something weird?
No, I remember, I think the weirdest one, it was, oh my gosh, it was that one scene that I did for Bang Bros. I have many stories like that, similar stories. And, yeah, we were having sex. I was wearing like green and white, and I was in the beach. We were having sex in a puff. We were sitting on a puff,
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
And there were a lot of older, like three older men, like above and the rocks, and they were looking. I don't care if they're looking, I'm just doing my job. Woo, record and we go. But they were with the phone, and we got scared, and the producer said, no, let's go, because I don't know if he's calling the police. I don't know what he's doing. And we started running. Me naked with all the things broken, and the ripped apart the clothes, and the other guy barely naked with a puff running to the car. That was so funny.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. You should do your own podcast. You should have a podcast.
You think so?
Oh my god, you're very entertaining.
I'm not crazy enough to do a podcast. People would be like, entertained with me, or they were gonna say, oh, fuck this girl, she's so fucking boring, she's fucking crazy.
No, you are anything but boring. Very entertaining. I love it. So how long do you think you're gonna be in adult entertainment?
Oh, a couple of years more. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing my own stuff. I'm doing my Camp Soda. I'm doing my subscription page. I'm doing my OnlyFans, my fan soda as well. And I'm doing many vids. I sell my stuff there, and I do custom videos. I sell my underwear, and I have a lot of fun doing, especially when I'm on cam. I have a lot of fun. I do whatever I want. Sometimes I'm singing with the dildo as a microphone. Sometimes I'm twerking. Sometimes I like bouncing my boobies. Sometimes I'm talking, and one of my boobs, is out of my bra, and I don't realize people laugh at me. It's not only sex and fucking and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like to have fun.
Well, a lot of your male fans sent in a couple of questions, and one of them wanted to know, what do you look for in a potential spouse?
What do I look for?
Yeah, what do you look for in a potential spouse, husband, like boyfriend, anything? You're like a smart guy, good looking.
Yes, I like big guys. I don't care if they have a belly, but not a terrible belly, you understand me? No, I don't care if they have a belly, but I like strong guys, that they can carry me. I'm 60, I'm 140 pounds. And, yeah, because if a guy's not stronger than me, man, I'm gonna be the strong one in the relationship. Man, get the fuck out of here. I like strong guys, big guys, but I like strong guys mentally too. I don't want to be with somebody that goes with me in the street. I cannot be with somebody like that goes with me in the street and is conscious about everyone's opinion. And man, people stare at me. You cannot. It's incredible. They stare at me in the street. That's why I don't look at people. I don't look at people because they turn around. They're like crazy.
Yeah, it must be very hard for you to date, because I mean, a woman that looks like you gets a lot of attention, and it's got to be hard. It's got to be hard because like everyone looks at you, and like me personally, like I would be so jealous. My head would be on a swivel. I'd be like, don't look at my girl. Don't look at my girl. Don't look at my girl.
Yes.
Like how hard is it for you to date? Like, is that why your last boyfriend? Do you think he was jealous or what?
No, he was very nice with me, like walking in the street. That's why I felt so comfortable with him, because he didn't care. But of course, you have some rules. It's okay to watch to see me, it's okay. But if you stare at me, that's a little bit disrespectful. I mean, if you stare at me like crazy, hey, what the hell are you looking at? But if you say something to me, I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you say. It's like, shut the fuck up. If they're disrespecting me, I just act, you know.
Sure.
I say something back. And if they touch my ass, if they grab my ass that they used to do here, man, I punch. I don't care.
Oh my God! Wait, so these people just walk up to you and just grab it, just smack it up a little bit? That's what they do?
Yes. No, they never, I think they never smacked it, but they grab it. Or, for example, when you're in public transfer, or when you're doing a line or whatever in some shop, they just get close to you and they try to, oh, I'm sorry, I just did it. I didn't do it. I'm sorry. You know, and it's like, man, you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
And you just, I just punch, because if they touch me, I'm allowed to touch them back.
Of course. Now, let me ask you this, because like your body type is like the ideal body type now. So like, I don't know how it is there where you live in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Do people still see, like, you know, quote unquote, like I'm doing air quotes right now, fat, or do they see like, wow, that is the ideal woman? Because here in America, it used to be the same way, where we used to like thin women. But now
Yes.
it's like you see the wide hips, the big ass, the big tits, and
Yes.
it's so accepted
Very
now.
common now.
Very common. I mean, like if you don't have your body type now, men don't want it now. Do you see the same thing in
Yeah.
Barcelona, where like you are now the ideal body type, whereas before they wanted thin?
Yes, all the American culture here, it's like kind of reflected here. So it's not like there, like you have like you have more curvy women there. I'm like something strange here, because you don't find girls like me here, curvy like me, like the way I am, because I'm very curvy.
Oh my God, yeah.
But you can see girls with big tits, or girls with some wide ass, but not like me. So that's why people stare at me so much, because they think I'm not from here. They think I'm American, or I'm like,
Yeah, and go right ahead.
Yeah. No, sorry.
No.
So yeah, it's not very common. Yeah.
Sure, because when I first saw you, I mean, like, I didn't hear you talk or anything. The first time I ever stumbled upon Blondie Fesser online, I saw the blonde hair, I saw the face, I saw the body. I'm like, she's American. I had no idea until I heard your accent.
Yeah. A lot of people think that I'm American. Well, people that they don't know me, or they just discover me, and they think I'm American, because I always talk in English. And people in Spanish say, Spanish talking people in social media, they say to me, why don't you talk in Spanish? And it's like, I talk in English because everyone can understand me. And most of my audience, like 90%, they're speaking, they speak English,
Sure.
Yeah. It's a bigger audience.
Oh yeah, now, I do understand. It's what, 12:44 right now where you are?
Here?
Yep.
It's 1:44. Yes, sir.
See, I was 1 hour off. I do it because I know you said it was about 6 hours off, and I can't count. I'm American, of course I don't know math. So I just want to ask you a few fan questions before I let you go, because I said I was going to have you on the show on Twitter, and a bunch of people sent in questions. So I just limited to like the best ones, if you don't mind, before I let you go, as I know you're tired.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay, so here's the first question. Do you fake your orgasms on camera?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I had to put you on the spot.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't care. Yes. Most of the time, it's difficult. You have to understand that it's difficult to be concentrated and looking good, in looking sexy, in doing at the right time, doing the orgasm at the right time. And sometimes in the porn scenes, they want it loud. And when I come in my private life, I look like a monster, to be honest. when I come, I'm like all in a crawl, like in a ball, and I don't know. It's not like that. Sometimes it depends. Sometimes I'm a little bit more sexy, but I'm not very loud, you know. I'm like, I feel it, but I'm not so loud. So sometimes it depends on what producers want you to do.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
That's why I prefer to do my private stuff and my own stuff, because I can do it for real. I can do the way I want, and I can do it for real. It's just me. I know how to touch myself. I know my pussy better than anyone.
Oh.
And
this is so sexy.
And that's it.
This is so sexy. Okay. Okay, now here's another question for you. This gentleman sent in a question. Ask Blondie Fesser, does size matter to her? And what is her ideal size of a penis?
Okay. I don't have I don't think the size, if it's a problem if it's too big for me. Well, if it's too small too, but I mean, come on. If you have a pistachio, if you have like I mean, of course, it's not gonna be. But there are guys that I prefer normal size dicks. Those are perfect for me, and I don't like blended. I don't like the ones that are, you know. Oh no, I bended. What did I say? Blended. No.
Blended.
I'm sorry, I confused the word. So yeah, I want the ones that are straight, thick, and normal size.
What is normal for you? Like 5, 6? Because they say 6 is about normal, right?
I don't know, because I had boyfriends, but I don't measure their dicks. I think it's, for example, I know in centimeters. I don't know. I know in centimeters. I think that, well, I tell you, and then you calculate, guys.
Go ahead.
I think for me, I don't know, between 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, no more than that. More than that.
That's about 6. That's, you know, you just made a lot of men happy out there, because they're probably like, yes, 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 you know. You didn't say 8 or 9.
Yeah. But it depends on how your pussy is. I don't have like a very big pussy, or, you know, I just have it tight. I didn't have kids, or I know you see me with a lot of big dick guys in porn, but a lot of times I was getting hurt, you know. I was feeling pain after the sex because they were too big. That's why I like normal size dicks.
Well, I will tell you what, you look delicious. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Here's another one. What age did you lose your virginity?
Oh, it's 16.
16,
yeah.
Okay.
My first boyfriend.
It's probably about the
I was a nice girl.
Now was your first time very awkward, or were you ready for it? Is it like, were you guys dating for a while, or was it just something like, hey, you know, I'm 16, all my friends are doing it, I have to do it now?
I was no, it just happened, you know, because I was 16, I had problems with my mom, she kicked me out of the house, and I grabbed my guitar, I grabbed my bass, I grabbed my bag with all my clothes, and I went to his house. And I remember his parents were on vacation. So he was alone. I was like, oh, help me. And I slept there 2 days. And yeah, it was like, okay, we're going to sleep together.
That lucky son of a bitch was the first one to have sex with Blondie Fesser.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I was so afraid.
So wait a second. I have to go back for a second. Now I have to stop the fan questions, because now I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You play music?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I play the guitar. And I used to be, when I was a teenager, I used to be in a girl band, and I used to play the bass there. We used to do covers of Nirvana and punk rock.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Man, it was so cool.
Oh my God. So be honest with me. Are you any good?
Yeah.
Are you any good? Like, how good are you? Can you play a song by hearing it just once and you can kind of play the song along? Like, how good are you at music?
Yes, it's because you know why? Because I studied music, and sometimes I have to figure out. It's just practice. For example, now I have these super long nails that I love, and I don't play the guitar very often. But as soon as I grab it again, I can listen to a song and say, oh, this is in C minor or this is in, and I just start playing. Like trying.
Ladies and
To
gentlemen,
figure out the chords and everything. Yeah.
it's like, ladies and gentlemen, she's beautiful and she plays the guitar. Oh my God, a woman after my own heart. Okay, so I only have a couple more fan questions for you.
Yes.
If you weren't in adult films, what would you do?
Oh my gosh. Woo! That's a super nice question. Oh!
Very easy question.
You know what? I would be either a fighter, like a fighter,
A UFC fighter?
Yeah, UFC fighter. Yeah.
No.
I love fighting. I used to do Muay Thai.
Are you kidding me? What belt
Muay
did you
Thai,
get?
yeah. I watched UFC every Saturday. I wait till 5 because here the time is different. I waited till 5 a.m. awake just to watch the fights.
Who's your
live.
favorite fighter?
My favorite fighter, it's a girl. I don't know if I have a favorite. There's a lot of girls that I like, but I like Amanda Nunes.
Oh my God, I love her.
I don't like her attitude though, but she's a fucking animal, man.
She's a fucking.
I like fighters that are like animals. That's what I like.
I am so happy you did not go the UFC route because that face should never be hit. Should never be hit. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, now.
And also, if I wouldn't be a fighter, I would be in a rock band. I would be the lead singer of a rock band. Woo! Like the real Blondie, baby.
now, like I was gonna ask you that too, like, cause like, is that where the name Blondie came from? Because of the band Blondie, the tide is high, like that group.
No.
Okay.
No, we were thinking about the first producer. We were thinking about what was going to be my name, and I just think about certain names, and then we just came up with Blondie. I said, "Oh, that's cute. I think that's sweet. That suits me." That's it.
I love it. All right. So this is the last question I have for you. What does Blondie Fesser do for fun? Do you play video games or anything? Watch movies? Listen to music? Anything?
I do. I have a lot of hobbies. I like to, for example, I love to create things. I love to create things such as now lingerie, patterns, things, I love to create, for example, now I'm working on the next shooting that I'm gonna do, and I have to figure out the scenes, how they're gonna be, the clothes that I'm gonna wear, everything, and I love creating stuff. And what else? I play. Oh my gosh, you're gonna laugh. You probably don't know this video game, but it's quite silly, but I love it. It's called the Unicorn Attack.
What is that, like an iPad game or something? Is that something on like
it's
a phone?
online. It's just a unicorn that goes and you have to grab the stars and then it's a little bit silly, but
Nothing silly
I like
about
it.
That. Nothing silly. Everyone needs an outlet in life. You need something that you just do for fun. And to me, this was fun because talking to you has been a dream come true. It really has. And
oh, you're so nice.
I'm so glad we got to talk. And it's just really cool because, like, this podcast I started about 8 months ago, and I like to talk to people that I admire, like people that I'm a fan of. And I'm definitely a fan of yours.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, no problem. And for sure, I would like, for us to, like, keep in contact on Skype. Let me know what you're up to. I'll let you know, like, if there's anything you ever do in life that you want to promote, or, like, once you get this new thing off the ground that you can't talk about just yet, I'd like to have you back on. We could talk about it and just kind of put it out there to the masses so everyone can kind of hear what you're up to.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Oh, hell yeah, it would be awesome. It's almost time to put Blondie to bed because it's almost, what, 2 o'clock now? Oh my God, I'm sorry for keeping you up so late.
It's okay. I'm a night person. Yeah.
Is there anything that you would like to promote or just throw out all your websites, everything that you're doing? Just let us know exactly where to find Miss Blondie Fesser.
Yes, it's very important. I always let people know that I don't have any Instagram. I don't have Instagram. They don't let me have Instagram, and I won't have it. And my social media that I use is a Snapchat that is public. You can follow me there. It's totally for free. It's Blondie Fesser X. And my Twitter, it's Blondie_official with one F, like in Spanish. You can follow me there, and you can see all my updates. And that's pretty much.
Wait, don't forget about fansoda.com/Blondie
Oh,
Fesser.
yes, I have it there. Yeah, I don't know the link, man. I have it there on my bio, on my Twitter, and I always talk about that in my Snapchat and my Twitter. The link is on my Twitter. So, yeah, I post every day there.
Of
Yeah,
course.
it's pretty fun.
And I will put your links in the podcast description. Now, have you listened to our podcast yet?
Yes, I was thinking that I think I told you before that it was quite interesting, the things and the topics that you talk about, you know.
Do you like my voice?
Yes, it's very clear. It's very clear, and it's very nice.
I was hoping you'd say it was sexy.
Yeah.
Well, Blondie, you are a absolute phenomenal woman, and I am a huge fan of yours. I will continue to be a fan of yours, and I think you are just great. You're just very entertaining, and you should really reconsider doing a podcast. You have a lot of stories to tell, and people would love listening to you.
Yes, for sure. My crazy life.
All right, Blondie. It's been a pleasure, and I don't want to keep you much longer. I said about an hour, and it's really late, and I appreciate you taking the time out to do this with us. And
yes.
hopefully we can talk soon.
Of course. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you for coming on.
It's been a pleasure for me too.
Thank you, Blondie. Have a good night, okay? Thank you for coming on.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Blondie fucking Fesser, dude. She is so cool, very fun, very entertaining, and I'm on cloud 9 right now, man. It's not every day you get to meet your heroes. Sometimes they say, you know what, if you meet your heroes, you're going to be very disappointed. But the hell I was. I was very impressed, very fun, very bubbly, very good entertaining personality. And she was just the coolest person, man. And I'm very happy that I can share her with you. And I will be posting all of her links in the description for this podcast. And I want you guys to check out all of her stuff. Go to fansoda.com/Blondie Fesser. And look at her on Instagram. She's not there. Haha, I'm lying. No, but anyway, check her out on Twitter and every other link. I'm going to post them in the description of the podcast. And yeah, man, she is fucking cool as shit. And she's sending me a text right now. Be jealous, everybody. This has been the Voices of Misery podcast. You can find us on Voices of Misery. It's twitter.com @Voices of Misery or some shit like that. Whatever. You know I fuck this thing up all the time. Facebook.com. It's Voices of Misery. And yeah, voicesofmisery@gmail.com. Later, people. See you soon.